We are here at Sacred Self Healing Center with a collective reading. Um, y'all already know what is going on. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, donate to reciprocate. Remember that everything that you donate goes directly to food, shelter, and water. We got 3 different ways to donate to the channel. We also got a couple of affiliate links in the description box. What else? What else? What else? What else we got going on? Alright, let's go ahead and get them out the way. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. As soon as we get confirmation, I see that somebody came in the chat. Peace, love, hope, and wealth. Welcome on in. What up? What up? What up? Alright, so I said I was going to wait for confirmation. We got confirmation. I'll be getting started in 1 second. All right. Well, peace, love, health, and wealth to everybody. Double tap that screen, hit that like button. We got a couple things about before we actually get into the card. So we're going to be doing the collect. We'll come back and do some individuals or whatever we need to do later. All right. So we have a celestial event happening June 29th. Um, and this is going to be according to you know, the- but so again, peace, love, health, and wealth to everybody. We got a very special edition of Cup of Joe and Tarot happening right now. Today's reading is going to be guided by a rare and very powerful celestial event that's going to be happening, and it's going to cause an occult, right? The moon will occult Mars on June 29th, okay? Later on, we're going to look at the when you can witness it. Um, so what this means is that the moon will directly go over and pass in front of Mars, and it's going to block it from our view. So this actually going to be something that we're going to be able to witness in the sky for a long period of time. Kind of similar to an eclipse or something like that, right? Um, so The very powerful celestial alignment, which is coming up on June 20th, occults Mars in an astronomical term. To an occult, object is for one body to hide or block the view of another body. Hold on one second, because I don't know. I can't see. The chat is in the way. All right. This powerful celestial event is the time when intuitive insights align with decisive energy. So, what did it say? Embrace this moment to blend stillness and motion. Let's explore tarot's wisdom in navigating this unique cosmic occurrence. All right, give me 1 second. Let me switch over. Um, so under the alignment of the moon, occult, and Mars, we will use a double two-card spread. Two cards will represent the intuitive energies of the moon, and two cards will represent the assertive energies of Mars. Um, what up, guided? So, welcome. So, what I'm hoping to do is get a message that's going to correlate for us from the cards. The cards, what I asked for was two cards to represent the moon as it goes over Mars, right? But the cards is going to represent the aspects of the moon as it relate to our life on planet Earth, and the Mars is going to do the same thing as well. Okay, so that's kind of like the brief little introduction on what um moving forward. Okay, so actually the number of the day is going to be a number 8 day, and that represents oh, it's not on here. My bad. But the number 8 represents action, and forward motion. But as you can see here, as the numbers of the day, as you can see, as I was at in the day, the number 2 appears one, two, three, four, five, 6 times up there. Um, and then you see 26 right here. So, um, just saying that it appears 6 times makes it appear 6 times, right? So, of course, I was like, all right, so we're going to do two cards for the moon, two cards for the what you call them, and then that's going to be four cards, which is half of 8, right? And then we already know 2 times 4 equal 8. So, the number 2 is playing a very significant role right now, even with two people in the chat right now, right? So that's going to be the tarot spread that we got today. Um, the tarot spread is based again on two cards for the moon. That's emotional clarity and intuitive insight, and then two cards for Mars, which is spirit-led action and the embodiment of fulfillment. Right, the embodiment of fulfillment. All right. So these cards, in this spread honors the spiritual code of the day, and it aligns us with the divine choreography of the cosmos. Okay, so one of the language of the cosmos is numbers. I don't even want to get too deep on that, but all right, let's go ahead and get this thing cracking lacking with the cards. All right, because I know that's what y'all came for. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all spam them hearts so we can get the message out to those who need it. All right, make sure we get the card to the message to to the people who need it. All right. All right. So, let's prepare to be elevated right now. All right, that's the first thing I'm going to say. Let's prepare to be elevated. All right, so where is the cards that I'm looking for? All right, so first thing first, we're going to be starting off with the Ten of Wands, representing the moon. I already understand uh, completion. Whenever we see the 10, we understand that completion is on the horizon, okay? So this is going to be nicknamed the hidden weight of emotional clarity, right? So we begin with the Ten of Wands, and instantly we've been invited to a moment of raw honesty. There's emotional weight here. This card shows us something through the spiritual mud, um, which is our commitments, our expectations, and stories that we've told ourselves about what we must carry in order to be worthy, strong, or even successful. The moon brings up, the moon brings this up not to punish us, but to illuminate it. All right, and that's referring to the new moon that we just had, in Cancer, right? So this isn't just a surface level burden that you're feeling right now. This could be something ancestral, karmic, and often subconscious, right? Meaning that it's what we telling ourselves, what we believe about ourselves, right? Even the perspective of the things that we have on our schedule being too much, or the things on our plate being too much, right? Maybe it's a perspective that you happen to say, you know what, these things don't affect me. I can do everything I can need to do, and I still got energy to do everything I want to do, right? Um, so perhaps these we've taken on emotional energy that was never meant to be ours, right? As a person who's very empathetic and sympathetic, it's very easy for you to carry baggage and weight that doesn't necessarily belong to you. And without the mindset to transmute and heal the source of the energy, then we can carry burdens, right? So we've taken on emotional energy that was never meant to be ours, perhaps to prove loyalty, to earn love, and to avoid abandonment. And yet we've carried it, right? Some of us are sure, some of us are positive that we are at our breaking point emotionally. Someone is whispering, "Are you sure this weight is even yours?" Right? But there's a deeper layer, the illusion of burden, right? The 10 is a completion number. So the reason it feels unbearable is because we're at a final stretch of our long spiritual cycle, right? It's just manifesting as people, places, and things on the third dimension. The heaviness is not failure, it's friction from transformation. All right. So what that means is that we basically filling up the pages with color now, right? But it's the color that we want, right? So growth is going to look uncomfortable, but we got to shed the old people, places, and things for our new skin to grow, right? This heaviness is not failure; it's friction from transformation. And the moment we release the belief that we have to carry it all, that's the whole energetic structure of shifts. All right. So once we release the belief that we have to everything, the whole energetic shifts because you're no longer obligated to anything in perspective. Welcome in, Hazelnut. Peace, love, hope, and wealth. So then comes the sun card, right? Right. Then comes the sun card. Um, the sun, as we all know, all around the country right now, ain't nothing to be played with, right? It's a lot of people who's not making it through the sunlight right now. So then comes the sun, not as a gentle light, but as a full-on spiritual revelation. Where the moon shows us what's hidden, the sun brings undeniable truth. This joy, listen to what I'm saying. This joy that has been buried underneath the weight, this is our true self emerging, radiant, clear, and not afraid to be seen. All right. So we gonna step in the name of love, step in the name of love, groove in the name of love. Hey, that's some pop. I ain't even never really see. I ain't never really thought about that song before, cause I'm a '90s baby, so I kind of missed a lot of R. Kelly's high points. You know what I'm saying? But that's a powerful song. Step in the name of love, groove in the name of love. Ooh, that's a powerful song right there. All right, let's get back focused. All right. Um. So where was we at? All right. So now we got the sun card, right? Not as a gentle light, but as a full-on spiritual revelation. Where the moon shows us what's hidden, the sun brings the undeniable truth. This is joy, right? That has been buried underneath the weight. This is for our self-emerging, radiant, clear, and not afraid to be seen. All right. Yeah, it is. Right. The emotional clarity we've longed for is no longer a hope. It's arriving. Right. Like picture everything that you ever wanted and needed being delivered to you, whether it's on a horse or by a plane, by a stork, or whatever, right? But it's time to embody that. It's time to really, really arrive in that, right? This is the moment we've been showing the alchemical power of this occultation, right? This is where we're being shown where the transformation, the eclipse, right, is going to happen. The moon says, I see your pain, right? That's the moon moving over Mars, right? And then the sun card says that now let's turn it into light. So together, these cards are a sacred portal. The moon calls, hold on one second. Okay, so the moon is calling for us to acknowledge and release, and the sun commands us to rise in our wholeness and truth. All right. So reflection: what emotional load have we normalized, but deep down we know it's unsustainable? Are we willing to be seen in fullness of our healing, even if it means letting go of struggle and identity? Right. So let's go ahead and move forward to the cards that's going to be representing um, Mars right now. All right. So we got the Ace of Cups, which is going to be first. All right. So we need to understand resurrections are sacred action. All right. Resurrections are sacred actions. Okay. So every single time you rise above a situation and circumstance, you look at that like a experience point for your video game character, right? So now we shift to Mars, right? The planet of instinct, movement, and the sacred fire. All right. But here we're met first by the Ace of Cups. What a beautiful and humbling contrast these two things are. This tells us that real power doesn't come from aggression, it flows from the heart. Mars isn't asking us to charge forward today. Mars is asking us to be receptive and to allow divine love to refill our spirit before we act. The same thing that we've been saying for weeks, which is that it's time for us to let the heart lead the way. All right. So this ace is a spiritual baptism. All right. Mars says, cleanse your willpower of old motives. No more chasing goals out of desperation, fear of lack, right? Or proving your worth. This is a new wellspring and one that's going to be fed by self love, divine connection, and emotional intelligence. Okay, these things, these same things, has been running a theme for the last few weeks, y'all. All right, this is the high point of our spiritual fulfillment that we manifest in here with the 9 year. All right, so the Ace of Cups here is not just uh the start of something new. It's the rest, it's the reset, I'm sorry, of our energetic motivation. It teaches us that aligned action begins with the heart space, right? This card uh in Mars, in Mars itself is reborn as the sacred masculine, a protector, a vessel of divine flow, and a force of love and motion. All right. And then the second card we have here is going to be the judgment card. So all four cards, if you ask me, is very, very powerful cards, right? So then comes the judgment card, and we are not talking about a soft wake up call, but this is a divine alarm clock, a soul rattling. Are you ready to step into your assignment or not? Type of calling. All right. This is ultimate truth energy. All right. The judgment is about resurrection, but not just individually. Mars is here. Listen, very important. Mars is here to call the collective action. All right. Mars is here um to make the call to the collective for action to take place. All right. And we must stop hiding, stop delaying. Opportunity is here and now. The world doesn't need more hustle. It needs to awake souls in motion. All right. It needs awake souls in motion. I'm sorry. So this is walk it how you talk it. Right. This is we doing the work. Right. We're not slowing John. We're not slowing down for John to catch up to us. Right. If John is ready to go, then John gonna be in lockstep. Right. That's a biblical reference. Together are an initiation of energy. The Ace of Cups is the cup before the vow, right? The deep intake of emotional truth, right? Hint, hint, hint. Speak love. Speak peace, love, health, and wealth into your water, right? And sip it. Hint, 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 hint. All right. The judgment is the vow itself. All right. So the courageous step toward who we're here to become right now. All right. So, reflection before we get to the closing. Are we willing to let love and emotional truth guide our next move? Number two, what part of our soul have we ignored that is now demanding resurrection? All right. Somebody's being called to the throne right now. Right. Let me see if your crown is shiny. What's up, Big B? All right. What's up? So, cosmic integration. All right. So, the moon veils Mars, so we can remember this. Our true power doesn't come from forcing, it comes from alignment. All right. So, what are you in alignment with? That's what's up. That's what's up. Um, I'll be there at 7. So, we are being asked to let our emotions clarify our purpose, not to block it. All right, I'm gonna repeat that. We are being asked to let our emotions clarify our purpose, not block it. So, to stop seeing our feelings as a weakness and instead treat them as divine data. All right, I like that. The occultation reminds us that there is a great orienting our actions. Today we manifest not by doing more, but by feeling deeper, choosing consciously, and moving when the inner yes says, now is the time. All right. So that's going to be it. Shout out for everybody who just came in. We doing a collective reading for um, the celestial event that's going to be happening June 29th. Oh, I forgot to do the times. Did I screenshot the times? I don't think. Oh man, wait, where is it at? My bad, y'all. I'm trying to get the times for the moon. I know I had it somewhere. So you're going to do. So it looked like you're about to be doing some transformation, some transformative healing. All right. So hopefully, I just did something quick because I couldn't find the notes that I had before. So here go the times for the moon to where you can see Mars and moon in the sky at the same time, and one is going to go in front of the other. All right. So June 29th from 3:57 to 8:35 p.m. That's Pacific. That's West Coast time, and then Mountain time 4:57, right, and 7 to 10:35, right, and then Eastern Standard time we got 6:57 to 11:05 p.m. So if y'all can catch the moon anywhere in the sky, then you will be able to see Mars. I can't remember if they're going to be crossing left or right. I can't remember which one is going to be moving left and which one going to be moving right. But they're going to cross in the sky, and it's going to be very clear. All right. Dang, I don't have my notes. I don't know what happened to the other notes. Uh, Dang. I don't even know what happened to the note because I had the times for Asia too, but I don't know what happened to the notes. I thought I screenshotted it or something, but it's gone. Like it's gone. Like oh, what happened to it? Because I had notes for Asia, all of that stuff. So yeah, if y'all can get out and if y'all can and see the moon, that'd be a divine time to tap into the fire element of Mars. Okay, so it's no coincidence. The full moon after the new moon we just had, and then we got something special coming for the full moon too. But these moons now, and we already know that when the sun at its highest is a time where we do the inner work, right? We do the shadow work. You understand what I'm saying? So if we got any questions, comments, concerns, then I'm gonna go ahead and open up the floor for that. But yeah, this is going to be definitely a time to transform, right? Definitely a time to transform. All right. So was anybody looking for readings? Cause I shut down and come back up, or we could just fact I wouldn't even mind just doing them here. I'm about to get hyped up that coffee, dog. Y'all know what it is when I get to sipping that coffee, dog. Might have to do some push-ups, dog. So maybe we can ask the cards. Do you already got an intention on what you're going to be purifying? Um, or what maybe you want to ask the cards what could be like a vocal. Yeah. I mean, but we don't have to do that. I just thought maybe it was a good idea. So I'm open. I was just throwing out a suggestion. So and give me confirmation, and then I'll go ahead and get this thing rolling. You know what I'm talking about? Um, well, don't speak on it and say you having trouble sleeping, cause it sounds like you going through a cycle right now. Uh, so maybe you want to try to see. All right, so maybe we could just do a general read, and then we can just go through and pick apart and see, because you got a lot going on. So I don't know. I feel like if we pull the cards, it could be either like one or three things we can get a message for right now for you. I don't know why three is. The deck just stopped. All right, so five of wands. First thing first, you get a fire card off the top, right? I think that's very divine in itself. Um, so what I'll do here is we can go up to three cards. You just let me know if you want another one or not. Um, so maybe what this card might be saying is that it might be time to be a little bit more decisive. Time for you to step up and to become, I won't say to become a leader, but look for more ways to be a well-rounded leader, right? To me, whenever this card come out, it sounds like you might be going through at a period of internal indecisiveness, or maybe on externally it's a group of people who have good intentions, but everybody's not seeing eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe two three people might be having some wants and needs that's going to a boiling point right now. um have you been witnessing any people arguing and fighting, or anybody connected to you directly have been going through any arguments and fights? I'm trying to pin down the source of this five, where it could be manifesting that. And that's what I feel. I feel like it's third party, meaning like it's not directly you, but it might be somebody in your energy. Hopefully, I don't know. So let me know. You ready for another one? Let's see if we get a complete message. All right. So I had to light the incense for a second. We got to remove some energy. Okay, so my buddy was going through it. I also feel my twin is going through it right now. Me, I'm chilling for the most part. Okay, so if you chilling for, then that means that you are being called to mediate things right now. So I want you to focus on like serenity prayer type vibes, and like what am I looking for right now? I got too many things going on in my head. Serenity prayer type vibes, but also like sphere of influence vibes, right? because I feel like you're going to be called to transmute some energy or help some people get through. Huh? You just made a new short. All right, that's what's up. Remind me later. I don't want to lose my train of thought. All right, so seven of cups. All right, we already know the sevens is divine spiritual evolution, conclusions, finding solutions to problems, manifestations coming into fulfillment with the seven, right? And then we combine that with the water energy. Okay, so the combination of these two cards is telling me that you need to pick a path. There's something. Let me. Now it's up to you if you want to get this next card or not. But I just looked at it so I can see what's going on. But the combination of these two cards is telling me that the energy surrounding what's going on right now is very, I won't say indecisive, but there's a lot of built up energy, a lot of pent up energy, and it needs to go somewhere. And we need to find a new or different outlet to let this energy manifest. A lot of people believe that totally holding in energy is going to make you manifest. No, releasing energy makes you manifest. It's kind of like a gun, right? You just don't keep holding a gun and just keep loading the gun. No, eventually the clip gonna get full. And if you want to put new bullets in the gun, then you're gonna have to shoot some bullets, right? All right. So seven of swords. So everything here is all about decision making. Everything here is all about the internal. All of this is internal. What I'm seeing. I gotta work out more. Get out and about more. Yeah, that vitamin D is important, right? Um, You know, it take 3 to 7 days for the vitamin D to, from the time it hit your skin to it be able to be used as vitamin D within your body, right? So we need to stock up. We need to stock up. Hey, what's up, time? All right. So seven on the like button. That's what's up. I got a test. I got a test shift at a new job Tuesday. All right, that's what's up. We're gonna put some peace, love, health, and wealth on that situation. You know what I'm saying? For sure. We're definitely gonna put some peace, love, health, and wealth on that situation. Make sure everything go by smooth. Shout out to Miss Miller. Uh, So we got the floor open if a couple people wanted to get some readings. Before we finish off with Bishop, I just want to say that we got another celestial had new moon in Cancer, and then now the moon is going to be making moves again. Tomorrow is going to be performing what's called an occult, right? Where it's going to hide another celestial body. All right. And in this case, it's going to be Mars. So for hours on end, you will be able to see Mars very clear. We might be able to see Mars today, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't think it's going to cross paths of the moon until tomorrow afternoon when the moon reaches highest point. So if you want going on with this occult, make sure y'all rewind the video. But also get on the list and just see what the cards got to say, because this is a very powerful event. It's going to be, I think, one or two more events leading up to the first full moon of summer. And man, first full moon of summer is here already. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. So we got a couple big things planned. Also, we're going to be doing removing manifestation blockages, how to get the most out of tarot. All right. I know when I was in a hospital and stuff, I really wasn't consistent. So now that I'm kind of trying to sort of get back consistent, we're going to be tapping back into the removing manifestation blockages podcast. All right. Yeah, I'm happy to see you back. Can we get some hearts in it? Can we get some watches and some clocks? Man, the fourth is already here. It's so much stuff going on, man. So much stuff going on. All right. So back to Big Bishop, right? Back to Big Bishop. Everything that I see here in these cards is all about um stepping up and being decisive with actions, right? Swords, the seven swords is saying that we looking for completion. We looking for solutions mentally. And the symbolism here in the card is we leaving behind things that no longer serve us. Or maybe we'll just take what we need right now and come back for the rest later. But whatever the case is, we need to worry about what we need to worry about. Remember, I said that that sphere of influence thing in the beginning of the reading, right? That's confirmation, right? That we need to focus on the things that we have the mental capacity for, or the things that we can influence, right? Like, I hate the fact that it's baby whales dying because of global warming, but I ain't even gonna lie. My ice machine is broke, so I can't make the ice caps come back right now, right? That's gonna be down for at least a couple months. You smell me? So again, the seven says that we're looking for solutions, right? We're looking for the ability to prosper and move forward. The five is saying that, and I like the fact that you got all four elements, all three. Well, fuck it. Go ahead. We're gonna get you all four elements then. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and get Bishop the Royal Flush, right? He came out the gate with four aces swinging, right? You can't hit a home run if you don't swing the bat, right? Somebody put some Pope emojis in there for Bishop, right? And we got an American Pope now. Shout out to Bishop. Even though, he probably wouldn't call himself an American, but he's definitely an American for sure. All right, so you got a royal flush right here, man, and it's all leading up to divine balance, right? Divine wisdom, divine security, divine stability, divine wealth, divine money, all that stuff. Yeah, you got all four elements. I spoke it into existence. I didn't even know that the King of Pentacles was right there. I had to pull to make sure. I'm like, hold on, now I'm starting to talk too much. Now let me go ahead and hit these cards and make sure I ain't twipping. I mean some ticking. I ain't twipping. All right, but yeah, that's what it is. We got the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Five of Wands. All right. So all four elements being represented here tells me that you are going to be able to transform and transmute almost anything you want. If it's some things that you've been manifesting over a long period of time, if these things are in alignment with where you at in your life right now and where you need to be, then expect to see big changes coming in the next coming maybe even 90 days, 30 days. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this King of Pentacles, all of the kings are visionary cards. I don't care what you say. I don't care how sacred, how divine the kings are, the queens are. All of the kings are sacred visionary cards. So the King of Pentacles rule his kingdom with stability, with trust, right? He's smart. We already know that because he's a king, right? He's disciplined. We already know that because he's a king. He's intelligent. We already know that because he wear the crown of a king, right? Um, but his vision is to create a better home life for everybody, right? And that's dealing with money, resources, protection, all of that stuff, right? The King of Pentacles rules his kingdom with divine abundance because the earth gives us everything we need and more. The illusion, and I need to have an illusion show because it's a lot of illusions going on, right? Like the illusion that paint never heal from the things we've been through, the illusion that we'll never be able to prosper over current situations and circumstances, right? So removing the gunk from our eyes to the visionary spirit that is the sacred divine, right? Masculine, right? Because the divine feminine has the blueprint, and without substance the blueprint is nothing, right? We got to work hand in hand in bringing these manifestations to real life, right? It's like having a gun but you don't know where to aim it at, right? The divine feminine is going to be the gun itself, but it needs to be impregnated with instructions, right? So that's all I got for this one. All right, that's all I got. So make sure y'all donate so I can get some cat food. No, I want some saucy nuggets. So look out for your boy. So I picture you at a mountaintop, and I picture you invoking. I picture you with a powerful invocation, and I picture you with this powerful invocation being an anchor, right? In which you need to anchor your memory. You need to anchor your brain's algorithm on this memory that's going to happen, right? You need to write a decree. You need to write a decree. Okay, then I see you. But you need to make a decree, B. You need to make a decree. You need to declare and decree this next phase and chapter in your life. And you need to play that over and over in your head every single day, every single night. So you need to speak short-term tangible goals into existence and anchor your subconscious memory on that every single night as you go to sleep, every single day when you wake up, your morning prayer, your nighttime prayer. You need to visualize that decree, even if you say that decree over in your head, over and over until you know it by heart. Right. Matter of fact, you need to know your decree by heart before you even get there. Because I feel like tapping into that fire energy, that the trans help clear the space of where you are already going. And so everything I see in these cards again is you being decisive, right? You doing what's best for everybody involved. Make this decree a part of your everyday life. You got to know it by heart. By the time you get to the fire, you should know it by heart. And then you can go ahead and throw it into the fire. But yeah, you need to decree for 40, 50, 90 days, whatever. You need to decree it. Well, peace, love, health, and wealth, right? And that's the goal, that's the mission, not just for ourselves, but for everybody. Ain't that's what we here for? Oh, baby. All right, so was there anybody else who wanted to get on the list? Misha. Misha, get it? In it. They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. All right, so how can I help you, Shorty? Cause baby, tonight, DJ God is falling in love. Vamonos. So dance, dance like it's the last night of your life. Life wanna get you right. Cause baby, tonight, DJ God is falling in love. For sure, for sure, for sure. Hey, you know what? You know what? Just divinely inspire me. Um, Black Magic, Tariq, what up? Black Magic, when they just Black Magic 363, they just did a mic up, they just did a hike up Stone Mountain. So go check that out, man. It's like 40 minutes long. They was hiking up the mountain. But yeah, go check that out, man. That's very inspiring, man. As a person who likes seeing sacred sites, it was easy to definitely get my mind in the habit, or like get my mind in a routine, like I was walking up that hill with them, man. It was very powerful, man. It was very, very powerful. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave this current reading up for about 30 more seconds. Make sure you screenshot it, take notes, do whatever you got to do. Um, and when y'all get readings here, make sure y'all. I want us to be able to follow the sequence that the cards is trying to teach us, show us, right? I think I might need to. I think I might need to refresh my coffee a little bit. All right, all right, May May. My bad. I know I ain't supposed to call you May May. My bad. Mimi. Come on, Mimi. All right, here we go. So the first card that wait, you said a general reading. So was there anything significant going? Oh, let me reset this. You know what? You can have this as your general card of the day. It's still relevant on what I was about to say, but I was going to ask, since I haven't read for you in a while, is there any blockages or anything like that you've been experiencing lately? And I would just ask, I would just ask that in general, not based off of this card, because I didn't look at the card when I wanted to ask you that. I be talking, hey, I be talking so much trash. You would think that I'd be telling the truth. I be talking, I be talking trash. All right. So what I would say is, if you don't want to share these blockages right now, um, you can text me or whatever, email me real fast so I can look at it. Um, but I want to pull some cards based on any blockages that you've been experiencing. Like I said, because we haven't worked together in a while, that I want to make sure that we make the most out of this. So your card, so one way or another, your card of the day, moving forward, is going to be the Seven of Wands. So I think we just seen what, three out of the four sevens that fast, and just in two readings. So that seven is very significant right now. Okay, the number two, the number five, the number three, the number four. All right, and the number two. All right, the number one, the number six. Okay, so the Seven of Wands is here because we need to defend our desires with our desires. Okay, so remember that the wands themselves represent desires. So pointing at the Jolly Green Giant, which is us, right? Pointing directly at us is other people's wants and needs and ideas and all of that stuff. Yeah, I need to tap into this coffee. Give me 1 second. I need to tap in. Study, meditate on this card for about 30 seconds. So dance, dance like it's the last night of your life. 'Cause baby, tonight, DJ God is falling in love. Come on, let's go off the tacos. So dance, dance like it's the last night of your life. Let's go get some tacos. Baby, tonight. Tacos got us falling in love. I want some tacos. So tacos like it's the last night of your life. Life won't get you right. 'Cause baby, tacos got us falling in love. So tacos like it's the last night of taco night. Won't hit you right. Oh, you want a rib, huh? You want a bone? You want a bone, huh? Okay then. Okay. All right. So while the little a little warm up for my coffee is popping, um, again, what I want you to focus on, like big picture, long term, like in 30 days, 90 days, stuff like that. It's the Seven of Wands. Remember, this year, the year number 9 is the year of fulfillment, right? So we're going to be uh, in this year of number 9, we're going to be putting the finishing touches to a lot of things that we've been looking to bring to an end in our life, right? And with that being said, the Seven of Wands is saying that, I'm almost here at the end, right? Seven is a lot closer to 10 than it is to one. And because I've made it this far, right, I might not know exactly where I'm going next. What success looks like, but I know I got a calling, right? I know there's something in my soul that's yearning for the path that I'm on, right? I just need to be able to trust that the people, places, and things that I need is going to be there when I get there, right? I'm looking for direction. I'm looking for friends. I'm looking for love. I'm looking for all of these things, right? And I don't know who's going to give them to me, when or why, but I know I deserve it because I am divine. Everything is divine. And now that I know that the biggest illusion in this world was believing that I didn't have power, that I didn't have worthiness, that I didn't deserve peace, love, health, and wealth. Now that I'm starting to dispel all of those rumors, right? Those enigmas, I'm able to see things a little bit clearer. So yeah, your opinions matter, but the biggest thing that matter is the vision that I have, right? And looking at this card, I want you to understand that vision is of the utmost importance, and everybody who you meet is either going to push you forward, pull you backwards, right? But for them pulling you backwards is to teach you something, right? Either they're going to push you forward, pull you backwards, or show you exactly what you need right here, right now. All right. So I want you to take advantage of that. So I wanted to ask you about the blockages. Okay. I wanted to double back about the blockages, if you don't mind. Okay. So if you want to share, please do share. It'll definitely help this reading go by a lot smoother. Cause baby tonight, DJ got us falling in love. We'll put our hands up. Don't drink champagne at the Diddy party. I couldn't even control my eyes. When the music came on, we all put our hands up. Don't drink the champagne at the Diddy party. I couldn't control my body. I couldn't even control my eyes. Staying within, still maintaining. Be without my past, meaning that I'm still fighting. Being in within the start of the downfall, holding on the to my strength, the power to still overcome and move forward. I couldn't even control my eyes. Did he hit me with a date rape drug? All right. So I'm trying to draw a picture together in my head based on I'm trying to see what you see, feel what you feel, hear what you hear, taste what you not. Man, I don't know if I want to taste what you taste. I don't know what you be eating. I don't know what you be eating. But hear what you be hearing, seeing. I don't know if I want to see what you be seeing. No, I'm just joking. But I'm trying to put all your messages together real fast. Staying within, still maintaining. Okay. Still fighting, being within the start of my downfall, holding on to my strength. You alright. You know, don't make me speak today. Starting So, what is the biggest belief that you have that is negative about yourself? Like you never can, you never will. Um, what is it that you're really saying to yourself? Like maybe like these is thoughts that creep in when you like going to sleep or when you're trying to plan for the future. You are what's the one thing that you constantly pop up in your head that pulls energy away from you being able to move forward? We got a lot of dog hair. I don't know how he got up here. So why are you hard on yourself? Do you believe that you can't do something? Do you believe that something would never be done for you or something? Like what is the source of it? We can't worry about the effects. We got to get to the source. I'm asking so many questions is the seven of swords sound I mean the seven of wands sounds like the card that you actually needed to hear for some reason. That's what I'm getting to. Right? What's up, Juju? Now I don't wanna hurt nobody. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now I don't wanna hurt nobody. Step in the name of love. I'm gonna, and I'm gonna prove in the name of love. Prove in the name of love. And then I'm gonna step. Ooh, the whole night through. Then I'ma kill him with love. Then I'ma kill him with love. Groove in the name of love. Groove in the name of love. Then I'm gonna stop the whole night through. Uh, I need somebody from KP's. I need somebody from KP's research team to do me a favor real fast. I need one question asked. When was "Step in the Name of Love" released? And well, multiple questions. And when did it reach its highest point? No, you can't leave. Oh no, don't leave. We need you to tap into that collective reading and then come back. All right. That's it. Instead of digging down within to figure it out myself, I always voice bad. I guess allow her to on someone else's opinion. I believe is what you're saying. That's it. Instead of digging down within to figure it out myself, I always voice bad. Oh, I think I know what you're saying. So my question is, are you ready? Right? I don't know if you're trying to fix the whatever, but my question is, are you ready? Because if you saying what I think you saying, then it sounds like you at that point where you ready to cross over into the next chapter. And maybe you just need a little bit of support. Maybe you just need a little bit of guidance. I don't know. But it sounds like you ready to cross that threshold that's been holding you back, right? It's time for you to break through that ceiling, that invisible ceiling. Love again. I think I've seen you here before. Think I remember those eyes, 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 eyes. Okay, so based on what I think I seen you say, I want to know how can we overcome this inability to dig deep and to really, really overcome this one thing. It seems like this one or this one clog, or whatever you say. It seems like once we overcome this one thing, it's going to open up a lot of other areas in your life, because a lot of the blockages that you, but I need but need to overcome proven points to other people. Yeah, that's the thing, because I was just talking to somebody about that, like, because her whole thing is proving her dad wrong, making her dad over, just because her mom passed away early, and her dad really wasn't shit, and so she's on a crash course with destiny, which is, I gotta overcome my dad. I gotta prove him wrong. I gotta be better than him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm feeling a lot of the same emotions that I was feeling when I was listening to her talk, you talk, what you saying right now. And I had to try to tell her, like, we only got so many different insurance claims on this body, right? So every action, every step that we moving forward, it got to be based off of us first. What we want, what we need, what our vision of success is. So I think that Seven of Wands really was right, which is you being able to stand up and defend your desires with your desires. Like I said, when we see that Seven of Wands, people always hug me, so I stay trying to prove something. So now your motivation is coming from a different place, if I'm hearing you correctly, which is a very good align. Well, that's a very good alignment to be in right now. Like, this is a key manifestation in your life when it comes to bringing fulfillment. Really worry about self, stay humble, peace, love. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the motivation is different now. I'm happy that you were able to make these revelations. Some people don't get a chance to see certain things. Um, I think that Seven of Wands is definitely showing again. That though you might have not had the best foundation, right? You got goals, dreams, and aspirations, and the only thing you need is a little bit of guidance, a little bit of pick me up, a little bit of push sometimes, a little bit of a pull sometimes to get you through the hump. So one thing I will say before I pull out this card is it's okay that you baited by the wrong things before, but at least you was shown how fast you can drive your car with bad fuel, right? You were shown how well you can drive your car with bad fuel. Now imagine when you put healthy thoughts in your body, healthy visions of success in your body, healthy reasons for success, all of that stuff. Imagine when you start. You don't, but just speaking in general. Imagine when you start neural beats and guided meditations, and not so much celebrity gossip. And imagine when you really tap into that, how much the little things are going to mean more, first of all, right? And speaking of that, I don't know what the card is, right? But speaking of the little things, we have the Three of Cups, right? Um, so is your circle tight right now? And is it so tight that it's a period? It's never easy, but you're hey hey. Now I appreciate it the confirmation, but that just shows us where we got to work at, right? And that just shows us where we got to work at and where we ready to work.
3 wins back to back.
7 is closer to 10 than it is to 1, meaning that the work that you've been putting in when you was the ace, say for example, right, maybe when we first met, right, maybe you was at a 1, right, and now maybe you're at a 7 somewhere. What's up, Awaken Hustle? Welcome back. Just give me 1 second, Awaken Hustle, because I don't want you to have to repeat your question, all right? So So when you add that 7 plus that 3, you get a complete 10, right? This is that completion that we're looking for, right? This is that fulfillment that we've been looking for. So 7 of wands, meaning 7 desires, right? And then 3 of cups, which is three, the capacity of 3, right? So 7 desires and 3 loves is going to equal fulfillment for us. It makes sense. It's going to make sense. And I think the reason why is because we finding a new source of energy, and because we finding a new source of energy is helping us realize that um this source of energy is a lot less expensive and a lot less taxing on the body, right? Because we begin with PLHW and we ending with PLHW. You understand what I'm saying? And so that new foundation is going to allow you to be more fuel efficient, if that makes sense. So the reason why I asked you about your circle, right, was because whenever this card comes out, to me it's a sign that we need to focus on the people that we have no quarrels about. No shoulda, coulda, wouldas. No, watch that person if they get drunk, or watch him over there because he's still, or she a firecracker, or all of that stuff, right? None of that snickering, none of that. This is a time for us to focus on people who's in alignment, right? Like you coming back here with the Vibe Tribe, right? This is a time for you to move with people, places, and things that's in alignment with your future and higher self. All right, do that make sense? 1 week is done. All right, so let me give you a couple of the key terms that's associated with this 3. So remember, the 3s are all about growth and expansion. Okay, and in this case, you got 2 cards that is and 2 cards that's not, right? But this is growth and expansion through communication and team effort. All right. Um, Hold on, let me mute up real fast, y'all. Okay, so give me 1 second. We closing this reading right now. All right. So, best course of action with this three, growth and expansion communication. I want you to be open to new friends and family. Um, this card in general represents celebration, friends and family. But I want you to celebrate you opening yourself up for new friends and family, right? It could be one person, or maybe this person could come with a third party. But I just want you to be open and receptive to new friendships. Maybe this could be an older person, or maybe like or somebody who can give you advice or something like that. But I see you like, what is that like? Possibly like at like Starbucks or something. Or somewhere just coming up with like ideas, right? Like you got a couple friends with you and they like into podcasting, or they trying to mix fun with business, right? They trying to mix fun with business, and I see y'all like coming up with like maybe using like Google Gemini or Chat GBT to come up with like podcast ideas, or maybe coming up with a online course or something like that. But I see you stepping up into a leadership role, and the reason why that's very strong is I've been felt that energy from you. But that seven, I see that 7 of wands that we just had. You becoming like a queen of wands, or like a queen of cups or something like that, where you are going to be able to really like do a role reversal, where you thought that you was going to finish last, but now you're going to be teaching people how to finish first, if that makes sense. But you got to be open to embracing this new leadership role that's going to be coming to you, right? And you might be thinking like, well, I'm not the smartest person, I'm not the most beautiful, whatever, right? But we're going to realize that good quality leadership is about the quality of the leader, right? So it doesn't matter what areas you fall short, because you have the ability to make sure those areas are not something that's going to hold you back. Hands up when the music drop, we all put our hands up. All right, so while we wait for Ms. Miller to respond, awaken hustle. If G Jizzle not here for her reading, then you can go ahead and go now. You back? That means you didn't see nothing I said. DJ got a smoke in the DJ got a smoke in the crack. Oh well, if it's cool, you can rewind or whatever you got to do. It's gonna be there. Ain't no big deal. If you want to rewind and then catch up and then ask a question based off of what I said, that's cool. I don't care. All right, we got Big Ty in the building. Do you remember Jay? What's his name? What's his name? Used to come in here all the time. Not Pharaoh. Shit. What's his name, man? Jizzle. What's the name of the dude? Uh, no, not Jay Math. Jay Dooley. I wonder if Jay Math is really Jay Dooley, low key. I wonder. No, but Jay Math is too far out there. Jay Dooley, he a little bit more like reserved, laid back. Like We actually went live. Dooley actually went live. Dooley real cool, laid back. Why y'all deleting your messages? So are you still here with us live? Me, Ms. Miller, or you rewinded the live back? All right, so that don't matter. So all right, so I think I don't know. So I'm gonna go first person first. First come, whatever it's called. First come, first serve. All right. So let me know when you catch back up if you got any questions because I want to make note that love is going to lead the way for this new people, places, and things. Right. The number 3 is very strong right here. So people, places, and things. Love is going to lead the way. All right. That's going to be your GPS to get to the people you want, the places you want, and the things that you want. Awaken Hustle. Go ahead and post your question, man. Or ma'am. I don't know who you are or what you are. I remember your name somewhere, but that's it. I think I remember those eyes, eyes, eyes. All right. So Nightbot is posting the rules for questions. I can give you an intuitive. If you want to stick to that question, then I can give you an intuitive read. But I can't do nothing more than that. Okay. The cards, none of the decks that I have can answer that. I don't have a time deck. Oh, we had some taco loaded potatoes yesterday. Now I want to make some loaded potatoes, but with the Velveeta dip. Ooh, with the black beans and the corn. Ooh, the green peppers and the onions. Ooh, on the potatoes. The meat, the cheese, the queso sauce. Oh my god. Uh, so, so to avoid you wasting time, awaken hustle. What I need you to do is go to step 2, where it says check the rules for questions, and I want you to take a look at step 2, and hit that link. And I want you to make the most out of tarot. Okay, so this is how you're going to make the most out of tarot. So if you want an intuitive read, then I can just go ahead and give you what I intuitively get with the question. Man, I'm telling you, them loaded potatoes was so good. I put onions and green peppers in them, and I made them like home fries. And I put some what is it? White cheddar? It was a white cheese. It was like a white cheddar or something. And then then you take the salsa and the meat and all of that stuff and put it on top. But this time I want to make my queso dip, or what people call the taco dip, or whatever you want to call it. I want to make it because with mine I like to put the meat, the cheese, the rotel dip. Oh, that's what it's called. That's what they call the rotel. Put the rotel in there. Put onions, put peppers, put black beans, maybe a little bit of corn in there, and then throw that on some potatoes. But this time I gotta cut up the potatoes in huge chunks though, cause those small chunks, it was too easy to get like too much potato on a spoon or on a fork. So this time I'm gonna make the potatoes a little bit bigger, so then you can just get a big potato, and then you can just scoop some meat and cheese and whatnot up. Then that way you will have a nice little balance on every scoop. Because when I cut up the potatoes and stuff small, it was real hard to see the potatoes in there. Whew, man, that taco. What we gonna call that? Rotel, beefy rotel, cheesy potatoes, black bean beefy, black bean beefy rotel on potatoes. Oh my God, that sounds so good. Oh, kill 'em. Oh, kill 'em. Now listen, I don't want to hurt nobody, right? I don't want to hurt nobody. I freeze it and then overnight it. It gotta be frozen though, and then put some ice packs in there. But the ice packs gonna make it way too much. That's why we gotta freeze it so we can use less ice packs. All right. So I think that person waited and then left. I don't know. But all right, so I think Jizzle wanted a general reading. Um, so I'm gonna wait for my homegirl to come back. Thank God the week is done. Back to life, back to life. Hands up. When the music's done, we gonna put our hands up. No control of our bodies. Think I seen you here before. Think I remember those eyes, eyes, eyes. All right, so the number 8 plays a significant role once again. All right, so 22 actually equals 8. 17 equals the number 8. We got 8 likes on this transmission. It's the time now 11:24, and that equals the number 8. Yeah, so the number 8 is very significant in our life right now. We got 8 stars here on this card. Man, the 8s is, man, we back with the number 8 again. I see. All right, so if y'all don't know, back in November, the number 8 showed up in a reading 4 times, and then the number 2 showed up 4 times. Ever since then, I've been haunted and stalked. I'm just joking. But the number 2 been on my butt. She said, anyway, I'm still not ready, LML, but I'm listening. You still not ready for what? You not ready to dig deep? Well, that's what you saying? What you not ready for? So the number 8 is very, very significant. All right. So spiritual alignment is of the highest order right now. Especially for you moving over the next 24 hours with the new moon. I mean, with the moon going across Mars and whatnot. This star card is calling for you to reset. Oh, you said you haven't went back. Oh, it's cool. I mean, you don't appreciate you know, it's cool. I'm used to people not caring about my readings. It's all right. You know, I'm just joking, by the way. Don't leave. Don't leave. I'm just joking. All right. So I wish you would have been told me because I could have been told you the rest of what I wanted to tell you about your reading. All right. So with that being said, I just want to say to your reading real fast that love. I wanted to go deeper on love being the GPS to move forward with this Three of Cups because, like I said, I see you meeting new friends and family, or I see you tightening your circle. No, I'm just talking trash. I'm just talking trash. I'm just talking trash. All right, so that's what I'll come back to you if you remember. If you got any questions about that or whatever, cool, right? Shout out to Aquarius. But so what I want you to focus on, Jizzle, here is the two chakras that's outside of the body. All right. Um, um, as my guru says so eloquently, that we actually have 114 chakras within the body. No. 112 chakras within the body. And we have two of them outside of the body, one above the head and one behind the head. Okay? So we got actually nine main chakras, right? In which all of the others come from or go feed into. All right, we got, and seven is inside the body, two is outside the body. Um, and it's even more. We can even break this down even more, right? But the reason why, well, let me tell you, 108, right? Eight is a very significant number in the Hindu tradition, right? And in Asian cultures and stuff like that, right? So the number 108 is actually the number nine, the number of fulfillment, right? The 108 beads, right? The earth, the sun is actually 108 times bigger than the moon. Um it's a bunch of 108s that we got, right? That's very significant. Just like how we got the number seven that's significant, like the seven continents, seven seas, all of that stuff, seven planetary bodies, all of that, right? Number 108 is very significant, right? You know what? Let me do something real fast. Let me brush up on this concept of 108 because I feel like it's very, very key. Uh, let me do some research real fast. All right. So the number eight shows up in nature, spiritually, science, and in metaphysics, and it is very profound in its reoccurring ways. It's considered a sacred and cosmic number across cultures and different disciplines. All right. As we observe its presence in the natural world, we begin to understand why it holds such deep spiritual significance for us. Below is a breakdown of where 108 appears in nature, followed by the metaphysical significance. Okay. So the sun, earth, moon relationship. All right. So the average distance from earth to the sun is about 108 times the sun's diameter. All right. Average distance from Earth to the moon is about 108 times the moon's diameter. Okay. This alignment allows for perfect solar eclipses, symbolizing cosmic balance. It's as if the universe is coded with the number 8 itself. All right. So a lot of people who believe that 108 is the code, the number 9, right? 369 is how you directly tap into the universe. All right. So many flowers considered sacred and symbolic have petal counts by 108, such as different lotuses and different marigold clusters. All right. The lotus in particular often appears with 54 or 108 petals, represent layers of awakening. All right. In human biology, there are 108 pressure points, aka marma points in the human body, according to Ayurveda. All right. Ayurveda, I'm sorry. Uh, in traditional yoga, there is 108 sacred energy lines or nadis that cover the heart chakra, aka the anahata. All right, so the pineal gland and the heart chakra are one of those, a couple of those places that got a bunch of energy centers, right? The pineal gland got like 72,000, right? All right, so the heartbeat is often used as a rhythmic measure in chanting or meditation, and ancient seers observed 108 to mirror the divine rhythm and balance in the body. All right. So astronomical correlations with 108. All right. The diameter of the sun again is approximately 108 times the width of the earth. All right. The distance between Earth and the moon is about 180%, 108 moon diameters. The ratio suggests that 108 is part of the mathematical harmony embedded in the celestial mechanics. Okay. So, sacred number in Eastern traditions, right? The mala beads or the prayer beads and rosary for Hinduism, Buddhism, and Sikhism are used for mantra chanting and meditation, right? They are said to be 108 divine names of God in many traditions, including but not limited to Shiva, Krishna, Buddha, etc. In yoga, 108 sun salutations are traditionally practiced on solstices or sacred days to honor the renewal and transformation. Um, One is the universal self. Zero is universal emptiness, the void, or divine potential. And the number 8 is the infinity symbol upright, which represents the eternal cycle of life. Together, 108 becomes a sacred geometry of being, void, and external flow. All right, God, right? It speaks to your spiritual journey and where we are the spark of infinite cycling through material towards awakening. All right. All right. So, cynicism. I don't remember. A person being cynical. So I think that you just have to understand the root word, which is cynical. Wanna get you right. Oh, the belief that people are only interested in themselves and not truly sincere. That's being cynical. Well, so there's a couple other things that popped up here, and I'm gonna blow through them real quick. So the main thing is the number nine again being the number of completion, divine wisdom, and humanitarianism. Nine is often seen as a spiritual finish line before the new cycle begins. So 108, which hides the number 10, is often used in rituals that complete karmic cycles, offering purification and sets intentions. All right. So it's a bridge between the inner and outer universes. All right, the symmetry of 108 is the celestial distance, and meridian suggests that reflections of the cosmos, microcosm of a greater design. Chanting or meditating again, the 108 helps align our inner rhythm with cosmic order, making it a tool for spiritual attunement and spiritual transformation. All right, so the number 108 and the sun card, okay? What up? So the sun card is the card of divine illumination. No, 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 no. This is the star card. The star card. Feel like the week is done. Feel like a zombie coming back to life. Hands up. Okay, the star card is the card of hope, spiritual healing, and renewal, along with divine timing. It arrives after turmoil, hint, 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 after turmoil, after the storm, and brings the promise of peace, purpose, and light from above. So what that means is that whatever you've been experiencing is over now. The worst is yet. I mean, the worst is already came and gone. Ain't nothing that's going to be left over to surprise you. Okay. So for you, drawing this card is not just a reassurance, but it's a cosmic blessing, a signal that you are aligning with your higher destiny, right? Fulfillment, right? The number nine, fulfillment. Um, when paired with the sacred number eight, this card, not sacred number eight, 108, right? This card becomes even more celestial, all right? So the cosmic dance of the 108 and the star, right? So we already know that 108 is a very significant number with the cosmos, right? In astronomy, stars like our sun, right? Because our sun is a star, follow the cosmic distance and ratios of 108, right? Revealing that the heavens are written in sacred numbers, all right? So just as Malabis are used with the number 108 for spiritual practices, 108 is a sacred energy in itself and is expressed through the nadis or the spiritual lines that we have flowing through our body. Okay, we are stardust in human form. Don't ever forget that, right? The sun, light photons is stardust. Don't let nobody tell you something else. All right. So when they tell you we need vitamin D, they telling you we need stardust because we are star beings, right? That's part of the great illusion that you just a earthly creature, right? No, the earth is in outer space, right? We talk about outer space because it's the space outside of ourselves, but in the grand scheme of things, this our earth is in a black hole, the sun is in a black hole. How can we have light if we don't have darkness? All right, I don't want to get too far on that, but that's some real deal Holyfield right there. All right, so remember, when we're looking at the number one, remember that you are stepping into your divine light. Remember, zero is holy because of the start, it's the infinite potential of the start. And eight is your journey infinite on this plane, right? This moment is part of a larger spiral of becoming, right? The number eight tells you that your healing, your dreams, and your soul's longings are not just valid, but they're a part of the celestial design. The star card confirms that you're on a karmic threshold, and your hopes are not naive, they're prophetic. All right. So, what you want and need right now is prophetic in nature, right? You just got to take the time to manifest what you need to manifest to get there. So this is a time to believe again, to trust that your spirit is aligned with the great mystery. The star shows uh, that healing is not only possible, but is already underway. And the number 108, uh, that's is spiritual proof that the spiral you on is in the right direction. You are connected to all things: stars, souls, breaths, ancestors, and the future. Right? You gotta affirm your divine role in everything in the earthly cosmic story. Right? It's time to pour back into yourself right now. Um, it's time to tend to the light within, and it's time to let go of timelessness and fear. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, timelines and fear. It's time to let go of timelines and fear. Wow, that's funny because that's been a common theme for you, right? The universe isn't on delay, it's on divine timing. And your energy now is synchronizing with it. So there's going to be a cosmic flow of dance between Shiva and Shakti going on for you right now. I am guided, whole, and aligned. Okay. So if you're open to it, a beautiful practice could be you getting into chanting 108 times, right? You get, and a lot of people think that, oh, I don't got 10 minutes, 15 minutes to chant an affirmation 108 times. I don't even know what those affirmations mean. I don't even know what those mantras mean. Well, right? You can go to the spiritual store and get some mala beads, or you could create your own beads. Just make sure that it's something of high quality that you resonate with, like a particular type of wood or a particular crystal that people drill holes in, right? But um, it's time for you to take your spirituality to the next level. There's no doubt that probably been born special, right? I hate to say gifted. It's no doubt that you probably have been initiated one way or another into a spiritual system or a religious system, right? But right now the cosmos is calling for you to tap into that number 8, right? Tap into the number 1, which is you, and tap into the number 8. Yeah, that number 8 is very significant, man. Very, very significant right now. So make sure you definitely tap into that. And remember that again, the number 8 is about taking action, man. This is not a time to be passive. This is not a time to be passive. Whatever you put your money on and said, this is how I'm going to change the world and this is how I'm going to help, this is how I'm going to make money. Right now is the time for you to walk it like you talk it, because you created a space and time, right? In the universe, you created a time and a space for you to step up and to live that life that you spoke into existence. And now it's here. So don't cower, don't run. If anything, just ask for help, ask for guidance. But the last thing you need to do is give up, turn around and walk away. All right. That's the wrong action to take. But by you understanding your cosmic origins, you already know that you made a stardust. So one thing I will say is you gotta understand that because you are made of stardust, then what's the best way to feed stardust? And I'll give you a hint, right? When we take food, right, we take table scraps, we take banana peels, and we make mulch, right? And what do we do with the mulch? We even take the plants that after we get the fruit, we throw that in the mulch too. Or we chop it up and flip the dirt, right? And what do? It feeds the dirt the essential nutrients that the dirt is going to need for that particular plant. So because you are a plant, right, made of stardust, right, then the best thing to feed you is light. Right now, I understand that you got a vitamin D. You sensitive to vitamin D, which is fine. You need to be getting sunlight. You need to be stargazing, all of that stuff, from sun up to about 8:30, 9 o'clock, depending on if your eyes can take it. And you need to be stargazing from about whenever the sun started turning red again. So or turning orange at the end of the day. So now the 6, 7, 8 o'clock when the sun go from like yellowish to orange, but you don't want to be out in the sun, or you don't want to be out when the sun is white, bright white and light. You don't want to be out in the sun in that. That's gonna be cooking the DNA. That's gonna make you age fast. Right? We don't want to cook the DNA. We just want to keep it warm, right? So, the best way to activate DNA is light, because your DNA is made of light, right? The DNA is made of light. So why not give it more of what it's made of? Um, Now that's all I got. Falling in love again. What was the name of the star? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. All right, y'all. I think it's time to do some mysterious KP stuff. So I need to take a shower. To take a shower. What else do I need? Somebody let me borrow like five. I need like $5. Somebody in the chat, let me borrow $5. I pay you back when I get my FEMA check. So it's funny because we had the sun card earlier, and then we got the star card. So it's two reflections of the same thing, which is very significant. But I think the significance of this star card is the fact that we got a chakra outside of our head, above our head, and behind our head. So we literally walking around with UFOs and we don't even know it. And the sunlight, what can I say? I don't think I say it's evidence of those other chakras. Those chakras outside the body is the aura, right? Remember, Jesus always got a crown, and Jesus, his heart is always lit up, right? Typically, when you look at pictures of Jesus, you're going to see two chakras illuminated, the heart and the brain. All right, y'all. So if y'all want to follow up on y'all readings or anything, I know that this reading earlier was kind of hard for some people if you didn't hear what I said to understand. But just to recap on the general reading for earlier, the moon is going to go in front of um the moon is going to cover up Mars tomorrow. So the cards that we got representing the moon is what we're going to use to cover up the cards that represent Mars in our life. And these two separate things are going to go, they're going to cross and they're going to make some divine alignments, but then they're going to pull us in different directions than maybe what we was already going in. So instead of being pulled one way or the other, what you do is you kind of walk the middle path of both sets of cards. So with that being said, I'm about to go make some cat food with shit. I don't know what I'm gonna mix this cat food with. Maybe I can mix this cat food with oatmeal. I think that sounds good. So with that being said, it's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service to you all. If you can, please donate. Right? Oh, we look at that 122. Right? We've been live for 122 minutes and 22 seconds. So that's my name is Q and that's my Q. Right? So with that being said, it's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service to you all. I would rather be nowhere else but here where I am right here right now. If you was wondering about my numbers or the views I get, how many people I do readings for per live, I just want to say that the numbers are still the same. All right. If anything, the views is going up, but the number of readings is still the same. So I take more money with less pay any day, right? So with that being said, peace, love, health, and wealth. Anything else, put it back on the shelf. Why? Because I ain't buying it. Peace.